Thank you, Nanji, very much indeed. Kun Jung, I think we're going to hear a little bit about the project, Pela Phuket. I don't know how much you talk about Capstone in there, but just as a reference, Capstone Asset is one of the leading developers based in Bangkok, and this is your first Phuket project, I believe.
It's our first project in Phuket, but on the back of 22 years of experience in the resort industry. So Capstone, we started about 14 years ago doing different projects, but we really focuses on Thailand, Bangkok and Phuket mainly, but also Samui. On the back of that Capstone, we already completed and delivered over 20 billion baht in terms of successful development. So two ongoing projects, this one being the main one that we're focusing on at the moment. It's an integrated mixed-use development, which we'll talk more in the next program. So thank you for coming today. I think I would like to start off, maybe just to give a bit more flavor about Phuket as well. Phuket is only 544 square meter big. That's the second smallest province in Thailand. Probably about 3/4 the size of Singapore, right? But it contributes so much to the country. It's a driving force behind Thailand tourism, which, like Kun Angie said, contribute directly and indirectly 12 to 20% of Thailand GDP. And Thailand is a huge country, but tourism is, a main part of the GDP contributor. But being such a small island, going back 14 years ago, it's an island where we see a lot of opportunities. There was also, in the past, Phuket Island, it was one of the main place for tin mining, and because of that, there are local families who hold a lot of land due to that business. And in the past 40 years ago, tourism isn't there yet. It's tin mining, it's trading, and for big Thai Chinese family, what they do was they gave a lot of the land, the tin mining land, being inland, they gave it to the favorite son. The beachfront land, which is of no value, they gave it to the least favorite son, right? So the position totally flipped today, and I think that's something interesting about Phuket, because right now, going back 20 years ago, when I was working on a project in Phuket, we were trying to buy land from a big local family, and he told me all these stories, and then I looked at him and he said, yeah, I'm the least favorite one. So I ended up with all this land. But since then, Phuket has developed so much, and we fell in love with Phuket as a destination. And we thought, when we're doing a project here, we want to make sure we really bring out the best of Phuket, which is natural beauty, right? So that's how we really started off envisaging how we want to do this project. It has to have a strong element of natural beauty, and we want it to be timeless. We want to go back in time 20, 30, 40 years ago when people fell in love with Phuket, right? We want to bring that out in today's world. So with that, we started off with the symbol. And Pela is how you pronounce pearl in Spanish and Italian, right? But in Thai, it's also a transliteration of the word that means time, right? It means time in ancient Thai also, right? It's a word that people recognize, they don't use it anymore. But because of that, we thought Pela is a really good name that symbolizes both the natural beauty and the timeless element of the project. Live in the moment, timeless natural beauty unfold at your own pace. That's the project tagline. We want that to echo every aspect of the project. Bang Tao being the best location in Phuket, it consists of prime beaches, it has all the F&B venue, it's very close to all the international schools. Among other, United World College, North London College, British International Schools, many more. There are 15 and counting, right? So it becomes now not only a resort town, but it's a coastal town, right? I would draw an analogy to Miami, except it's just a little less congested. It's congested in the sense that there are a lot of tourists, but it's not as urban as Miami. It still has that charm, and we want to really make sure when we do a project, we embrace that, right? So we chose this location very close to the Laguna Golf Course, right? In fact, we almost overlooked into the Laguna Golf Course, surrounded by greenery, but still very close to the center of gravity of Bangtao, which is where Boat Avenue, Boat Galleria is. It's within walking distance, about 600 meters, right? But it's also only about less than 1 kilometer to the beach, right? So you can have a really fantastic sunset view of the Bangtao beach. That's where we are. That's a real picture from drone, and we overlaid on top of that the completed project. Right now, we are already starting in terms of construction. Partly, we're doing infrastructure work on the site right at the moment, and we're starting construction next month. This is, on the back of a very successful collaboration with Marriott International. We want to make sure that when we have visions on and we can deliver on the hardware, the software is also there, right? The project consists of 3 different elements. The branded residence element under the name Pela Phuket Autograph Collection Residence, the hotel element, which is named Pela Phuket Autograph Collection Hotel, right? And a commercial element that provide more convenience, right? We envisage that there would be convenience store, there would be also spa amenities that go along and provide lifestyle options for the residents. Right. So with that, when we visualize this project, we want to make sure we bring out the synergies across the different components, which is something very different from what the other projects are doing in Phuket. Right. We are despite the fact that there are a number of development in Phuket, the truly branded residents in Phuket, there aren't that many. Right. Going back in time, it was the era of Aman. Right. Aman was truly the first branded residence in Phuket. That went back many years ago, but that's basically villas, right? Massive luxury villas. The trend really changed after COVID, when there are, people are really after COVID, they're traveling again, right? So Phuket massively benefit from that global trend. And we had, a few branded residents that were introduced to the market. Most of them were standalone. We are truly the first co-located branded residence on the island. And we want to make sure we really capture that benefit. So the residents at the Pela Phuket Autograph Collection Residence, the condominium juristic body would be managed by the Marriott hotel team. The hotel also would be providing optional rental program to the residents. Right. But at the same time, the resident itself has full facilities baked in. They do not have to rely on hotel facilities. Right. They have their own all-day dining facilities. They have full backup house. Right. There are check-in, the concierge service. They have their own gyms. They have their own residence lounge. Right. Kids club and game room. Ice bath facility, sauna. So they have full facilities. They do not have to rely on the hotel. But the hotel team can provide added service on top of that to make sure that when it comes to investment program, they're able to rest assured that they have their product being looked after by a professional management team. So the master plan took advantage of that. And we took a lot of time to make sure that the synergies are there. There are 3 different zones. You have the hotel zones in the front, the retail zone in the front as well. And then there is this transition zones that provide privacy before you step back into the residential zones. There is a reception lobby that provides, that transition space being the gate between commercial and the private area. The residence buildings, there are 2 phases to the residence. Building A and B are being built at the moment, and phase 2 we have building C being introduced to the market later on. being the first autograph collection residences in Asia Pacific is a major deal for us. We want to make sure that we, not only ourselves, but in collaboration with Marriott, we're able to execute what autograph collection is all about. And what really resonates with us, is the brand fit, right? Why autograph collection residences? Because it's exactly like nothing else, right? And that's where we felt we could really embrace what we start out to do, right? To make sure that we can execute on that natural beauty, on that timeless element, right? While still make sure that we're able to deliver the service, the software, right? And we have the operation behind it. We work with the best-in-class, most experienced operator, right? To make sure that when we talk about, designing the product, it's not only the aesthetic, but it's the circulation, it's the operation, it's the backbone, it's the back of house that goes in to make all those services possible. So again, we're very proud to be collaborating with Marriott on this. And when it comes to software and what being added to the hardware that we were building, it's best in class. So residents benefits from truly exceptional concierge services, full facilities, hotel trained professional staffs looking after you, not only from reception, but also in the back of house operations as well. And the benefits also extend beyond what's on property, right? Residents at Pela Phuket Autograph Collection, they also benefit from being part of a global platform. Onvia is the global platform, right, that are only accessible to Marriott Residences owner, right? So we know about Bonvoy, right? We can all be Bonvoy member, right? And then, depending on how much or how frequent you go to Marriott Hotel, you basically get upgraded in ranks. But for Onvia, you have to be residence owner, right? And it provides massive benefit on top of what's already possible with Bonvoy. For example, late checkout, right? You have daily breakfast, you have room upgrades subject to availability, you have preferential rates when it comes to booking through the preferred channel. So Onvia, is in addition to that, it's also a community that are curated. So for Marriott Residences, we want to go beyond. There are curated events that are accessible through Onvia members. So it's a whole new community that's being built. So concierge services, things like, if you want to book a spa, you want to book a golf tea time, restaurant, travel reservations, these are something that are available as a base services, right, for Marriott residents. In-room meal delivery, package delivery, for example, those are something that provide convenient and special touch to residents. So again, the small details, coffee, fresh towel at gyms, water being served. These are part of what's expected at Pela Phuket. And of course, in addition to Onvia, Marriott Bonvoy membership. For those who haven't had the Bonvoy membership, it's an instant upgrade into the Gold Elite status. For those who has it already, there is an additional level. You would be called the ownership, Marriott ownership, not only the Bonvoy membership. So what does that also mean in terms of the quality standard, right? Something that we make sure that we want to deliver to customer is that extra level of quality. So in addition to the typically what residents would be expecting for a condominium, we also build on top of that 5-star hotel quality standards. For example, the sound transmission of the wall partitions, we are applying the same quality standard as 5-star hotel. 55 STC rating mean that anything below 55 decibel you will not be able to hear when you're in the next room, right? Anything around 70 decibels you would only hear 15, right? Because 70 minus 55, roughly speaking, you would only hear a faint sound, right? So that's an additional level of the quality that we are providing. UV water filtration system. So these are the MEP requirement of a 5-star hotel, whereby you're expecting to usually for Phuket water supply, we apply this UV water filtration system before the water is stored and used within the project to make sure the level quality of water is top notch. We have the integrated door lock system in case of privacy and security. We want to make sure it's all controlled within a centralized system. And of course, fire and life safety is the very big component of what we are offering. We are applying a 5-star hotel quality standard when it comes to smoke alarm, public announcement, point addressable alarm system, 24-hour monitored in a fire control room. So in case of any security, there is someone there always watching, right, and taking action. All these comes fully furnished. So we have a furniture that is already part of the whole purchasing experience. And for market as mature as Phuket, we already have all the answers when it comes to money transfer, when it comes to legal ownership, when it comes to visa requirement. All that would be handled and addressed by our team. So we want to make the purchasing experience as seamless as possible. And being there, basically what you need to do is all the furniture would be there. You're ready to move in when the acquisition is made. In the future, if there is a plan to join the Marriott rental program, you got everything that you need. You don't have to go and fit out or buy any additional furniture or OSNEs. So in terms of amenities, full amenities, all-day dining, flexi workspace, which is also very big in Phuket. Sometimes people relocate to Phuket, they take their work with them, right? There is a space that we thought through and we provide good, ambient resort view workspace for people to work from. Rooftop bar, a rooftop barbecue area, recreational room, community function hall, meeting space. We've got everything, and these are independent from the hotel. At the hotel, there's also a spa facility that can be used by both the hotel and residents. Of course, from the lifestyle amenities standpoint, we have ice bath, sauna, yoga studio. We have a full-size tennis court, 3 separate swimming pools, each of them 25 meters long, right? And the one that we are most proud of is the green area, right? That is within the residential component. It's an interconnected space of over 7,000 square meters of greenery, right? And that's not something that other project can provide. We chose the number of units to be quite low on a per ride or per acre basis, so that we can offer greenery, right? That is within the project itself. You don't have to rely on neighboring development. You have a jogging track that runs around these greeneries as well. So that's something that we felt quite strongly, that being in Phuket, there needs to be that strong green element being offered to the residents. These are some of the images of the common facility of the project. This is in the reception lobby, looking back onto the swimming pool. So we offer mainly 3 types of unit, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, and the 3 bedroom combined unit. So 1 bedroom, we looked at the plan and we started off from the design from inside out. It's a 6-meter bay width, 3 meter for the bedroom and 3 meter for the living space, right? So to make sure that it's spacious enough for both the living space and the bedroom. The bathroom has a bathtub, right, a separate shower area, right, and in the kitchen we have 4-seaters dining table and an L-shaped pantry, right. The distinctive element for our unit design is that we want to make sure that the balcony is really comfortable, right? It's 1.8 meter deep by 3 meter, so you're able to set a loose furniture there. In a good day, in a good weather day, you're able to slide the door open, and one person can sit at the sofa, the other person can sit outside, and they can still communicate, quite freely. So, being in Phuket, we want to make sure that we can take advantage of that good weather. So these are some of the images of the one bedroom. It's taken from our show gallery right now, which is on site. Again, these are all fully furnished, so you see what you get really. The 2 bedrooms, we have 3 different types of 2 bedroom. This is the picture taken from the 2 bedroom show unit on site. It's a corner unit 2 bedroom, 83 square meter. Again, in terms of the living space, we give a lot of attention to that. You have now double access where you can actually sit on the sofa and look outside. At the same time, you can sit on the sofa and face the other way to watch TV. The dining table expanded to be 6 seaters. We kept the L-shaped pantry, and the master bedroom has the bathtub that look out towards the greenery. These are some of the pictures. You can see that from the interior standpoint, we really wanted to keep the authenticity of being in Phuket. Some of these interior design touches were inspired by the old way of Phuket culture. The lighting fixture, for example, was how they actually dial the textile, hang it, right, to dry them in the past. So we kept that as an inspiration. Some of these more Sino-Portuguese pottery were kept and infused into the designs. We wanted to make sure that there's still a strong resort feel, right? So we incorporate a lot of wooden element into the loose furniture. It's very rich in terms of color and texture when it comes to the upholstery. We want to really use some of these patterns which were inspired by the old dyeing technique, color dyeing technique of Southern Thailand. Again, in terms of operation, we want to make sure we took all the clients, the customers' demand into account. Some comes with luggages, and so we design, some of these small details. They can tuck the luggages in under the bed, right? There's enough closet space for people who would be staying 2 weeks, 3 weeks in Phuket. The bathroom. This is the 1 bedroom, the smaller bedroom. And there are 2 other types of 2 bedroom units, which I won't go into detail, but they offer different experience. The living room now is in the middle, providing more privacy because it's tucked in between 2 bedrooms on 2 wings. And then the other slightly larger 2 bedroom, which distinctively offer an island kitchen and a dining experience that's more seamless with the living space. So I think all in all, what we're trying to offer is something very different. We want to, make sure we stand out in terms of the co-location and the interaction with the hotel. We want to stand out when it comes to the greenery and the locations, surrounded by natural beauty of Phuket. At the same time, we want to make sure that we are offering, a product that is, strong in terms of value for money. So the starting price for our unit is 280 1,000 Singapore dollars starting, right? So it's very good price point when it comes to a branded residential product in Phuket. And from there, there's flexibility in terms of airlift. Traveling from Singapore to Phuket is very convenient. With the concierge services, all the travel, all the dining, all the lifestyle experience could be really helped by the management team, right? So making the whole experience, whether you purchase the unit for lifestyle or for yield in the future, it's something that we can cater to all type of buyer. And so far, the response from the Singapore market has been very strong. That's why we wanted to make sure that we meet with you all today, and we tell you more about the project, the inspiration behind it, and how close we are with Singapore market. And we're hoping to do a lot more in Singapore going forward. And we'll be happy to answer any question later on as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Jung, very much. Yeah, very insightful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
On that. Penny.